My regards. Lionel Messi wins the 8th Ballon d'Or. Unexpected result that we have known for months. It sparked controversy, which is why I made this video in which we explain how Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or. And always when I explain about the Ballon d'Or after one of the players wins it, I always try to remind people of something very important. The topic, vote. The topic is opinion. Elections are just as elections bring out happy results. There are always people who are sad. Let us start with the scenario. Imagine the following. We assume that the World Cup was held in the summer of 23 and not in the winter of 22. What would have happened? Will Holland win 3 major titles at the end of the season? And then Messi will win the World Cup. If this time reverse scenario happened, people would see that Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or 100%. I mean, when I say people, I don't mean all people. The majority say no. Messi does not deserve it. There is a group that opposes the idea, and I think that Holland's hat-trick deserves to be honored. But if the World Cup had been held in the summer after the Champions League, people would have said Messi is 100%, right? The more recent events are more influential in the Ballon d'Or vote than the older ones. But the problem is that Messi won the World Cup in month 11, and we lived a full season with Holland after that. People forgot the World Cup and its impact. But in the end, it's still the World Cup. What I mean here is that an essential part of the controversy that occurred was the timing of the World Cup. If it had been held on the 22nd, Messi would have won the 22nd Ballon d'Or, and we would have resolved the matter without any controversy. If it had not been held this winter and was held in the summer of 22nd, the 23rd would have won the Ballon d'Or for Holland, and the matter is pure. After Messi won the World Cup in October, everyone expected that Messi would win the Ballon d'Or, and everyone knew. And I said the only one who can threaten Messi or bother him in the Ballon d'Or race in football is Haaland. If he achieves the treble with Manchester City, and actually achieves the treble, and actually creates controversy with Messi, but he cannot win against him, what is preventing him from winning? I still think that Haaland had a chance to snatch the Ballon d'Or from Messi despite the World Cup. If he did something simple, if he appeared in the picture at the moment of finishing the hat-trick, what would that mean? The moment you finish the trilogy. How when you build a whole house and the door remains, a person appears riding the door and people push him. The same idea happened to him. He scored for all the league teams, but in the most important league matches, for example, on the day of the Arsenal match, he was not the first star, neither home nor away. I mean, the 2 matches. The whole world was focused on them. He scored, yes, but he was not the first star in analyzing the match. The most important thing in the Champions League. We are talking about the semi-final with Real Madrid. Bernardo Silva was the one who decided the match in the second leg, and in the match. The most important thing is in the final. Rodri scores the winning goal against Bayern Munich in the first leg. Haaland scored. He did not score goals in the FA Cup final. It was an essential part of the treble. Gundogan was the one who shone. Haaland did not appear in the picture in these small moments that the world was watching. Is there a difference between the English football fans who follow Haaland and what do you see? And the whole world is watching this final, and this moment, Haaland. If he left his mark in every match, or in the Real Madrid match, for example, he who scored the 4 goals would have won the Ballon d'Or, as he missed the image that plays with emotions. That is why I tell you that we always remember that it is a vote, of course. He is not the first person to achieve a hat-trick and not win the Ballon d'Or. We remember Sneijder in 2010 or Robben and Ribéry in 2013, specifically Ribéry, who was much closer to the Ballon d'Or than Cristiano before he snatched it from him. But in reality we must know that Haaland, he was in an unfair conflict with Messi. Why is it unfair? Because he is Messi, because in people's eyes Messi is always the best in football. He is the person who brought matters to the level of football officials who say that football is indebted to Messi and not the other way around. And Guardiola himself says that there should be 2 golden balls, one for Messi and the other for a second player. So just enter. Messi is in the vote, and he has 2 or 3 impressive touches. During the season, you will see a lot of votes for him. Because people know that as good as football is, we have never known Messi. And the issue has become very complicated because Messi is not in the race, and is a winner of the French League Cup. Messi is in the race as a winner of the World Cup. And Messi had unforgettable fingerprints in this World Cup when things got complicated with Mexico. He was the one who set things in motion with Australia. He scored the lead goal with the Netherlands, made the goal. And with Croatia, he played a top match in game-making and match management. And I remember his skill shots like the ones he did with Gvardiol. And in the final, he scored 2 goals, and we all know that if there was no Messi in Argentina, most likely they would have been eliminated from the round of 16 or 8. I mean, this is the World Cup. This is part of the fact that Messi had a very excellent World Cup. The second part is that the World Cup from Messi is like a magic piece. He completed his football career, a foot, meaning perfect, a career that does not have any deficiency in any tournament in anything, in numbers, in goals, in assists, in scoring, and in titles. So why are the people who asked Schneider in 2010 to win the World Cup and not win it, or Mbappé 2018? Has voting for the Ballon d'Or actually changed? The evidence is the World Cups that we mentioned. It was not Messi who won the World Cup. His influence was doubled many times over, because, as I said, it is considered the completion of history for a career the likes of which has never happened individually in the history of football. In short, Messi won the Ballon d'Or because he is Messi, and for your information, I am sure that the balls all the gold that Messi won, the Ballon d'Or is the least happy for him. I'm sure that Messi's dream was to achieve the World Cup. The topic has become normal for him. Football is over for him, and I'm going to America. I'm sure that he rejected the Saudi offer because of his wife or not. Other than that, the whole issue is simply that I finished football. I don't want Saudi Arabia, and they compare me again with Ronaldo. I want to play and have fun. In short, always because the issue is a vote, always in disagreement, always in people with, always in people against, always in people who like someone, always in people who don't like someone. He achieves it, but still always when Messi wins the Ballon d'Or, it's justified.